Shalom. First, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. All right, this sit down is gonna be, as you can see in the title, judgment. All right, judgment is coming. Okay, and I was on my bed, all right, not being able to sleep. Okay, and so, I just I got up, and just meditating, all right, and the spirit hit me, okay, with the topic, okay, and it was pressing, okay, because there's those topics that you get where the spirit just directly hits you with it, and it's like that's the specific one that the Lord wants to come out, and then you have the ones where you plan out your topics and bring out your precepts, all right, but this was just one of those, okay, because brothers, as we approach the end of 2018 into 2019, man, things are about to, start turning up. Like the Apostle Tahar has been saying, all right, the Lord is about to start turning things up, okay, on a major, major scale, all right. And it's funny because when I went on RT, I saw an article. It says this: asteroids, war, economic collapse. Is the world heading for imminent disaster? All right, and this is an op-ed article, but it's from somebody who's more than likely somebody in the world, all right, but just this is the thought, okay, that people have, because this is the vibration that's on the earth right now, all right. This is the time we're in, okay. We're not in the time of playing games, we're not in the time of mirth, we're not in the time of joking around, okay. We're in very, very serious times, man, and death is going to be something that's going to be happening a lot, okay. And it's not going to be on somebody got shot, somebody, no, it's going to be brutal, it's going to be crazy, it's going to be supernatural, and the Lord is going to be doing it, man. And a lot of people are going to see and understand why the Most High is the Most High, all right. And for those of you that are not, those of you that are not the Lord's elect, okay, it's not going to be it's not going to be pretty, man, because of the fact that you're going to know that the Lord is doing it, and you're going to know that there's nothing you can do about it, and you're going to be afraid, you're going to be scared, you're going to be afraid, and there's nothing you're going to be able to do about it, all right. So matter of fact, let me start with that precept, all right. And that's why it's very important, all right, that us that have been called to this ministry to take it seriously, man, to do the Lord's work. The Lord's work comes before everything. We're going to be blessed for that, okay, but part of that blessing is escaping the judgments. We speak about this, we prophesy, we try to make it as vivid as possible, but it's going to be a time like never before, like the scriptures say, all right. It's going to be brutal, it's going to be brutal, it's going to be horrific, it's going to be scary, and we're going to need the Spirit of the Lord upon us. Jacob's trouble is not going to be a joke, man. It's not going to be a joke. This is Hebrews chapter 10, verse 31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. Okay? It is a fearful thing because if the Lord is after you, who can deliver you? Anybody can be after you, the Lord can deliver you. But if the Lord is after you, there's no deliverance from that. You're done. And however the Lord wants to take you out is how you're going to go out. And trust me, it's not going to be a beautiful thing, man. The Lord has a side of him that this world has not seen. And when he shows that side, man, nobody's ever going to forget it. Okay, so I'll start off with this one. This is Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up. All right, Michael's the archangel, the great prince which standeth for thy people, or for the children of thy people. All right, and what time is that talking about? That's talking about when Yahushua returns, because when you read in the scriptures in Revelation, I believe it's either the 9th or the 12th chapter, all right, it talks about the war in heaven, okay, and Michael's going to be a part, all right, of that war, okay, but it's not talking about the spiritual demon Satan having a war in the spirit world and the Lord kicking them out. No, that's mythology. That's not scriptural, all right. But guess what? When the Lord comes back, Esau, the so-called white man, all right, is going to join together with the rest of these nations, and they're going to try and fight against the Heavenly Father. That's Second Ezra, the 13th chapter. They're going to try to fight against Salakia. They're going to try and fight against the Heavenly Father's Son, Yahweh Shai, when he comes with the angels in what this world knows as UFOs. Okay, but the battle is already the Lord's, because first off, the fact that you're even thinking to fight against a force like that shows you that you have no power. And the scriptures tell you that the Most High said He's going to put that thought in their mind to do that. So that's already done. But it says, at that time Michael shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. Okay, so you have to really picture that, all right, in your head. Of all the things you've ever seen, you've ever heard of, the horrific things that have happened throughout history, Jacob's trouble is gonna be way more than that. None of those things is gonna compare to the hell that's about to come upon this place, man. And that's why, for those of you who disrespect the Lord now, you disrespect the men of the Lord. When I say you're gonna regret it, man, regret is not even gonna be the word. All right, regret. And those of you who are in this truth, who take it as a joke, you think this is a thing of men, and you're scared of, oh, what a man is gonna say if I don't do this. Oh, my camp leader is gonna get on me, and this, then the third, man. The Most High has something for you, man. You're to fear the Most High above everybody. You do the works because it's the Most High's work, man. You don't do it because you want to be seen, or because the camp leader or the elders are going to get on you. You do it because the Most High commanded us to do it, man. All right? And that's just that. It doesn't matter if you get 0 views or you get 1 view, man. The Most High, the angels, they're viewing it. Are you doing the work sincerely? All right? Don't set trip, man, because the Lord knows the inward parts, man. This is life and death. The Lord knows your heart. And if you're playing games, the Lord is going to take your life. All right? So it says, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered. Who's that talking about? The elect of the children of Israel. Every one that shall be found written in the book. And there's people who are going to try and dispute that. They don't want to believe it. That's fine. It's not going to stop it. Romans 3 verse 3, read that. It's not going to stop the faith of the Lord, man. All right? What the prophecy says is what's going to happen. Okay, so this is Job chapter 18 verse 11. It says, terrors shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. Okay? Terrors, man. All the terrors that the Lord is going to... Well, the Lord had a name, Al-Shadia. All right? A demon-like power. Okay? Just imagine the creator of all having a title like that, man. That you want to get on his bad side? Okay? So it says, terror shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. Because a lot of people are gonna die of just even heart attacks. Just seeing the horrific things. You have people who can't even watch a scary movie, man. How much more for living in something that a scary movie doesn't even compare to? If Jacob's Trouble was a movie, man, people would be dying off of just watching the movie. All right, so I'll move on to this next one, man. Because you really look, man. Yo, this world has something coming to it, man, and that's why Ezra said, "Woe unto the world and them that dwell therein." If you're not of the elect, man, destruction is coming. We see it. We're warning you. We're blowing the trumpet, man. The Lord said, "Give them warning from me," because the Lord knows what He's about to bring on the earth, man. You think the time of Noah was something? You think the time of Sodom and Gomorrah was something, man? You ain't seen nothing yet. The Lord is about to, man, the way the world thinks about spirituality is about to be changed on a mass scale. Okay? Spiritual power is coming. All right? Demons are going to be let loose where you can see them. Okay? Where they actually putting hands on people, killing people, wild animals that you've never seen before, 3-headed dogs, wild beasts, giant, Loch Ness monsters, Yetis, all those different things that you thought were myths don't exist, man. The Lord has animals. Let me get that then. The scriptures do say prove all things. Salakia. Let's go here. So it's not a joke, man. It's not a joke. Yeah. This is Wisdom of Solomon. Yeah, chapter 11, verse 17. For thy almighty hand that made the world of matter without form, wanted not means to send among them a multitude of bears or fierce lions, or unknown wild beasts. See, unknown, full of rage, newly created, breathing out either a fiery vapor of filthy scents, of scattered smoke, or shooting horrible sparks out of their eyes. See? So all these different things, man, the Lord has wild beasts created, man. Beasts that are not gonna have mercy on you, man. They're not gonna see you as, look, all they seeing is doing the will of the Heavenly Father. And the Lord is not gonna stop these death angels when he sends them out. Judgment is gonna run down like waters, man, because it needs to. And once the Lord stops, once he starts, he's not stopping. He's not stopping till he is satisfied. Do you understand what that means? And if you don't make the cut, your ass is grass. All right? The games are gonna stop, man. That your ass is grass. If you do not make the cut, man, judgment is coming, man. We're warning you, and we're warning you, and we're warning you. So this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 17. Just to get to the point, I'll start at verse 14. But they sleeping the same night. But they sleeping the same sleep that night, which was indeed intolerable, and which came upon them out of the bottoms of inevitable hell, were partly vexed with monstrous apparitions. You watch movies like The Possession of Hannah Grace, and all these demonic movies, and you see demons and all these things come out, and you getting scared and all that stuff. This happened, man, and it's gonna happen again. People gonna be seeing monstrous apparition, an apparition being like a ghost. All right, you're gonna be seeing stuff like that, man. And then go run to Esau, go run to the so-called white man's science to explain that. And let him tell you, oh, it's just a hologram or somebody playing a prank. And when that ghost rips you in half, then you tell him, oh, well, you know what? That's also just a hologram. It says, and partly fainted, their heart failing them. Did the Lord not say, men's heart shall be failing them for fear? All right, for seeing all the hell that's gonna be before the earth, man. It's just, and the scriptures say, man. Man, let me just pull that up. Yeah, Revelation chapter 9, verse 6. And in those days shall men seek death and shall not find it, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them. See, because guess what, man? Guess what? When all this hell is breaking loose, man, and some people, you want to commit suicide and all this, and you thinking it's just all right, martial law and all these things. Martial law is gonna be in place. FEMA camps are gonna be in place, but that's not gonna be the only thing, man. It's gonna be on all aspects, man. And when they get you in them FEMA camps, because you thought that they were really there to help you, and they microchip you, and they get you in that torture room, and they start cutting you and doing all these experiments on you, and you wish you were dead, but you can't die. You're gonna remember the fear of the Lord, man. You're gonna know the fear of the Lord in that day. All right, you're gonna know the fear of the Lord in that day, man. So I jump down to verse 18. Whether it were a whistling wind or a melodious noise of birds among the spreading of branches. You know, when you're watching scary movies and they show you, it's mad dark, and the main character or whoever this is walking in the forest somewhere, and they hear owl, or a bird, a loud scream, and they all shook, they're looking left, right, they can't see anything, they're scared and everything. Yeah, that's all coming, man. It says, or a pleasing fall of water running violently, or a terrible sound of stones cast down, like a building is collapsing next to you, you know, or a running down that could not be seen of skipping beasts. Here it is, you walking and you hearing wild animals just skipping. You hear. Well, I was gonna go into it, or a roaring voice of most savage wild beasts. You know, you hear the lions when they that sound they make before they attack. Their roars, the tigers, the little growling sound that they make. Yeah, and you think that's not gonna be scary, man? Hearing like a branch break right next to you. You can't see anything that's going on, but you hear a branch break right next to you. You hear the animal walking. You know, you might even hear it breathing, feel it breathing down. That is something that's gonna be, man. It's gonna be crazy. All right, the Lord is gonna torture a lot of people, man. It says, or a rebounding echo from the hollow mountains. These things made them to swoon for fear. Okay, let's look up the word swoon. Faint from extreme emotion, an occurrence of fainting. See, so so for those of you who think this is a joke, man, the scripture said, man, that all these things where they were so horrible, they had people just fainting, man, losing it. Losing it, man. It says, for the whole world shined with clear light, and none were hindered in their labor. Over them only was spread an heavy night. All right, I believe because the next chapter it tells you is the Egyptians, okay, and the whole world, really the world of Israel, they were good. All right, so it says an image of darkness which should afterward receive them, but yet were they unto themselves more grievous than the darkness. See, so imagine that thick darkness, all right, and all this is going on in there, and man, the Lord is terrible, man. The Lord is terrible. All right, so I'll go through this real quick. It says, so of thy people was accepted both, Wisdom of Solomon 18 verse 7. So of thy people was accepted both the salvation of the righteous and the destruction of their enemies. For wherewith thou didst punish our adversaries, by the same thou didst glorify us whom thou hadst called. All right, referring unto the Israelites. For the righteous children of good men did sacrifice secretly, and with one consent made a holy law. Okay, because when Moses told the children of Israel, man, to get the lamb and put it on the doorpost, all right, and basically the Passover, all right, it was something for the children of Israel, man. Okay, so it says that the saints should be like partakers of the same good and evil. The fathers now singing out the songs of praise. Salakia, just give me 1 second. Sorry about that. But yeah, like I was saying, so it says that the saints should be like partakers of the same good and evil. The fathers now singing out of the songs of praise. But on the other side, there sounded an ill according cry of the enemies, because the scriptures let you know that there was a cry that went out when the Lord brought the destruction upon the Egyptians. Okay, it says, and a lamentable noise was carried abroad for children that were bewailed, because remember, the Lord killed all the firstborns. All right, back in Egypt. Don't forget that it happened. All right, the master and the servant were punished after one manner, And like as the king, so suffered the common person. Nobody was exempt, man. All right, the status does not matter when it comes to judgment. The Lord doesn't judge you according to your status or who. The Lord doesn't care about that, man. He created you. You're just a spirit that He sees, man. And if you're not of His chosen spirit, you hold no weight. All right. If you're not of the children of Israel, but mainly of His elect, you don't hold weight like that Edomite said. All right, in the testimony, okay, that one of the brothers, I believe he was from Dallas, he gave his wife gave the testimony basically, and he did the video on it. The Edomite said when he went to the spirit world, man, they weren't important. Okay, they weren't important, man. So if you're not of the Lord's elect, you really don't hold weight to the Lord. All right, especially when it comes to judgment. It says, so they all together had innumerable dead with one kind of death. Neither were the living sufficient to bury them, for in one moment the noblest offspring of them was destroyed. The Lord was not playing, man. Even the cattle, man, look, man, nobody was exempt from that judgment. And this is going to be far worse in this time because the scriptures refer to America as spiritually Sodom and Egypt. And the plagues of Egypt are gonna hit this place again, man. So those scary apparitions, the death and destruction and all that is gonna be hit here and then some. All right. It says, for whereas they would not believe anything by reason of the enchantments upon the destruction of the firstborn, they acknowledged this people to be the sons of the Most High. Yeah, because they were like, look, at this, you can't refute it. They have to be the Israelites, man. Look at what their power is doing to us. It says, for whilst all things were quiet, here it is. For while all things were in quiet silence, and that night was in the midst of her swift course, nice dark night, thine almighty word leaped down from heaven out of thy royal throne. All right, as in what's the word of the Lord? Yahweh Shai. All right. It says he leaped down out of from heaven, out of thy royal throne, as a fierce man of war into the midst of a land of destruction. Because what? That death angel, that death plague the Lord sent was Yahweh Shai, the death angel. All right, and he got busy, man. You saw he didn't spare anybody, man. If you weren't the children of Israel, man, and you weren't ordained to be spared, man, you were gone. It says, and brought thine unfeigned commandment as a sharp sword, and standing up filled all things with death, and it touched the heaven, but it stood upon the earth. Okay, so it says, then suddenly visions of horrible dreams troubled them sore, and terrors came upon them unlooked for. So out of nowhere, boom, just you hearing all these different things, you seeing things, How scary do you think that was, man? In the darkness of the night. It says, and one thrown here and another there, half dead, showed the cause of his death. Imagine seeing something like this. For the dreams that troubled them did foreshow this, lest they should perish and not know why they were afflicted. Yea, the tasting of death touched the righteous also, and there was a destruction of the multitude in the wilderness, but the wrath endured not long. Yeah, and it goes into that because why did the Lord have Israel in the wilderness for 40 years? To purge the wicked out of them. All right, but I believe there was a. Oh well, yeah. Well, I think that was it then. That was it on that, man. But I'm gonna leave it on that note. Okay, but hey, man, judgment is coming. All right, judgment is coming, man. The Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is gonna bring judgment, man. Judgment is right at the door, and once it starts, it's not gonna stop. You see the things that are happening on the earth, man. These are all prophecies. The earthquake in Alaska, the fires the fires in California, man. The tensions, the war tensions, the rumors of wars, all these things, man, are magnifying. They come in. All right. And like the scriptures say in Habakkuk, man, it's not going to tarry. It shall come and it shall not tarry. Matter of fact, I'll just end it with that. think it might have been the second chapter. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. And like it says in Ezekiel 33 and 33, when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall it be known that a prophet hath been among them. Okay, so that's what's coming to this place, man. And we constantly give the warning, man. We constantly give the warning, but very soon the Lord is gonna cleave the tongues of our mouth to the roof of our mouth, man, and it's not gonna be any more talking. The doors of mercy are gonna be shut, and judgment is gonna run wild. All right. So with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai and Shalom.